everyone, this is the Ninja DC. Joining you again for another React video. This time for Equestria Girls short number 2. Joining me again is Alex.
Hello, all you ponies. I'm a herd of bronies. Welcome back to Let's Watch. Wait, this isn't season 7. This is Equestria Girls.
Hey, everybody.
It's
Not season 7.
Everybody, there's no time to dread, except if you're going on a leg and gonna watch some experimental.
I didn't ask to plague my. I didn't ask to plague
Ask
this
for a
live
concert.
stream with terrible high school musicals.
Well, you got it.
Well, unfortunately, you have to bear and grin it.
Well, you got it. Be careful. Be careful what you do or you do not ask for.
All right, Nova.
Giving in to blind temptations of sloth, you stayed asleep for a long while. But then, when your life becomes a troubled, you try to consider yourself your options. Do you stay in stasis, or do you go with the winds of faith and go and grab the wind to your opportunity? Arise, my fair persona, Carcerus, great god of opportunity! And it's Unova here, ready and finally arising from that mist of obscurity, finally clear and concise, ready to give you all a clear and excellent reaction!
Well, he's certainly windy today.
Do I really have to follow this now?
Yep, as always.
Is the Pied Piper with you?
Oh, I feel like just been dragged by a comet across the universe. After that introduction there.
Hey, you want to sing a Mr. Universe song now?
A Mr. Universe? Okay. I know I'm not that big. I know I'm not that smart. But let me drive my van into your heart. And that's enough. Hello, everyone. Jen here. And this is cool. Another Equestria Girls short. And I can't wait to see it.
All right, and second.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. If every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs.
We wouldn't have hot dogs.
Hot dogs!
I don't know. Is it just me, or did this group get a little weirder since the last time I was here?
Don't forget, we also got a little wild, too.
Ew. Also a little less coherent.
You got a little weird and it got a little wild. That's a Star reference for you Star fans out there.
And when you wish upon a star,
Oh, Lordy.
you get a nice long season hiatus. So then.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right. From a critic first and a fan second, this is the second opinion saying, let's get on with Equestria Girls and not add a third weird incoherent intro.
Oh, why not? Let's just keep this going. Why not?
Keep that gravy train afloat, you know.
Yeah. I know there's some mashed potatoes out there. Need a gravy train.
I'm blowing up the rails on the gravy train.
Ooh, that's good.
Blowing up the rails on the gravy train.
Greg, play this short before we turn into a musical.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yes.
Ready.
All right.
Yes, I'm
Press
ready.
play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, that opened quickly.
Story starting out very traumatic.
Seems we
Oh,
might be
Dr. Caparone.
Caballeron.
Yeah, Caballeron.
What? Oh.
Might be doing something with the fantasy aspect of the show
Oh,
now.
no.
Oh.
That's not Caballeron.
Oh, hey, it's Snips' father. Oh, sorry, I mean Snails' father.
Oh, look at that.
She's
Oh,
happy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, looks like Daring Do in this universe is absolutely fake, thankfully. That'll appease
So
some of the
apparently
shall
it's something different than what I expected.
I don't know why
'Cause I
people are hung
expected
up
the
on that.
Starlight
Indiana
Glimmer
Jones writes about all his adventures as
expected
though
what?
they're just books as
The
well.
Starlight Glimmer one.
Oh, that's a third one.
Okay, all right.
They're gonna do Starlight Glimmer. They're not just gonna let her be Sunset Shimmer. Stop being so modest. Seriously.
Oh,
Nightclub scene.
Oh God, there's a nightclub scene.
it's definitely rated M then.
Oh
Mm.
dear.
Are we talking
No,
about
it's rated
the
A.
too? Oh!
Mm.
What?
What a swell guy.
Yep.
Fountain. Thank you.
Like, I'm curious what that works like.
Hmm.
Oh, this could not be wrong in any way.
Yes!
Ah.
So will this AK yearling also be Daring Do secretly?
Maybe.
Maybe not in order to
Oh
provide a
my
difference
God.
for the universe. Oh God, no!
What the hell is that?
This kind of star.
It's a Bratz girl. She's
What
infiltrated
the
the Equestria
heck?
Girls universe.
Kill it with fire. Get it out.
Let's
Oh,
just
well,
hope
this
that
is a
that's not
familiar
the
story.
Daring Do.
Oh.
This is a familiar story. The big, wonderful celebrity turns out to be,
A jerk.
yes, putting it lightly.
It's pronounced praline.
They grow on praline trees.
Dodge. Oh, look, it's the villain.
Oh my God. She has little
my-
like film reels as barrettes. That's so
And
cute.
also as a cutie mark, technically.
Okay, well, villain probability did just go up with that line.
Okay.
Okay, villain line going up.
Well,
Motive.
that was the first clue for me.
Although, considering what a jerk the star is, who is playing Daring Do, this could be like a red herring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe it'll be a red herring the other way, that the star is a jerk.
Mm.
Praline.
Okay, and they're
God
going
damn
to
it.
You gave the dark chocolate!
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wait a minute.
Dead.
Praline Crunch Bars, they didn't necessarily say chocolate.
Oh!
Um,
My God.
Why do some of the good actors have to be with terrible personalities in real
I
life?
don't know.
The film guy in me is just like, this is so wrong in so many ways.
Because the lighting is very much not working.
No, just like all of it's just like, it's like a high school like production more than a film production.
Yeah, it is.
Just some random high schoolers on set.
Dun dun dun. She's not looking very worried.
Ooh.
That gives more credibility for similarities.
Yes. Okay, well.
And you would have a lot of knowledge about Saboteur.
Up Detective Rarity.
Rarity investigates the sequel.
Yeah. Okay, now she and the niece were dropped as obvious suspects, which actually makes me think they're not going to be guilty. Unless it's just a question of, okay, it's definitely one of them, but which?
Hopefully this episode is smarter to go with that option.
Okay, but if they're just going to point out her as a suspect, then it's probably going to be the niece.
Rarity. But would she expend all that effort?
It's the mystery.
Where's Spiky Doodle Doo?
Oh my god.
Oh, you beat me to it by 2 seconds.
Yes! Take that, 7! Okay.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
that's right. They still have their superpowers.
Okay. That's right. Rainbow Dash is now the Flash.
Yeah.
Although, okay, so this one takes place after Camp Everfree.
Well, like the first one did too, because they were trying to get something to help fix it up more.
No. It was actually in between movie 3 and 4.
Well, the fact they were raising money for Camp Everfree would suggest that. That's it. Actually, I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that. Just let us see how the heck it works.
There's chocolate fountains, but if the cupcake
I'll be disappointed if it's just a bunch of cupcakes in the shape of a fountain, though.
Wait, what? Oh, God, dang it!
Oh, my God! Power ponies!
No.
Wait, did they say power ponies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Maniac! They just Sunset Shimmer as Maniac. Oh, my gosh.
We've got some work to do now. Spiky Doodle Doo.
Where are you?
We
Got
need
some
some
work
help
to
from
do
you
now.
now.
And
You
if
know
you
we
can't
got
miss
a
out on the door
mystery
soon.
to solve. It's Spiky
Lock the
Doodle, ready
doors.
for your act. Don't hold back.
There's the
Spiky
infamous
Doodle,
door
run
scene.
through, you're gonna have yourself a spiky snack.
Don't remind me about space, Charlotte.
What? Oh, come on, Rainbow Dash could just do the super speed thing again.
The set for movie two.
Who wants to place his
Fucking
bets
maniac.
at the? Who wants to place bets? The mystery person is Daring Do's writer.
AK Yearling?
Yeah.
Actually, that would be kind of cool.
Oh no.
That's not pudding.
No.
That's
Why
not
do I get the feeling, Alex, that you're right? It's not pudding.
Yes.
Oh,
What did she say your favorite movie was?
It was like cloudy with a chance of pudding.
Okay, that's not.
Okay, probably not AK Yearling if she's doing that. Yeah, but Pinky's Philly second.
yeah. And you got your feet tracking on pudding.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, look! It's a huge spy costume.
Is that the staff from
Ah!
Ember?
Oh, freaky, horrible spy cosplay.
Very.
Actually, I thought that was more like the monster from Scaremaster.
She's gonna get locked in.
And then she gives moment to.
No.
And I'm just mugging for the camera. Can super speed help me through this?
No,
Migrate
super
through the
speed
walls.
has to be totally useless.
Come on, Dash. You're the Flash. You just have to vibrate your molecules.
Never say that again.
Some actually believable continuity stuff.
Huh. Oh, look at Spike.
Say, was it only? Remind me, was it only with the geodes that they had their powers in the movie?
Well,
Yeah, that's how it's going. She was just bringing up that she didn't bring hers, but Rainbow did. That's why you can't just solve it.
Did the movie also have it so that it was?
What in the world? Did
So that's how she does
her
it.
hair?
main physics now meet hair physics.
Hmm.
Rover.
Oh, come on.
Come on. What the hell?
Fluttershy.
Dashy.
Telekinetic abilities activate. Oh!
Oh,
That
Is it aged? Can't resume. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, it already revealed it.
Knew it.
She's wearing.
Ah.
Giving an intern all this power. Okay.
Oh.
They did a Viva Las
Nice.
Pegasus here.
Yeah, right. Well, okay, that's just a bit valid. Famous actress, my niece. Ain't she entitled?
True.
No.
You're
but
proud.
probably.
Oh!
That is the correct response. Thank
Yes,
you.
it is.
Thank you. I'm coming
You
back.
did this to yourself, honey.
Yeah.
You have no right to a grudge.
Yeah. Any other villainous acts are all under your provision. Huh. She's just very egotistical about her community service.
Those meddling kids and their stupid dog.
Oh my gosh, it actually works.
And now she
No.
has apple material.
You're gonna regret this.
Yeah, the
Oh,
niece
boy.
is so gonna be like,
Oh god,
Oh,
it's a
God, I know
Bollywood
you.
film.
Oh no.
oh, hello there.
Wait, Daring Do has lips? Lips?
Oh
No!
dear. Daring Do looks sexy or something.
oh.
They all get to be obstacles.
At your local Burger King.
Ooh. Nice invisible wiring.
Cut.
Damn it, Dash.
We had the perfect contain your fangirl.
Contain the fangirl.
All right.
She couldn't contain the
that sort of
fangirl
cuts it.
anymore.
Oh. So thoughts?
Well, I definitely have some thoughts as this like this. Let me just pause this. Okay, this episode is definitely a very marked improvement from the first Equestria Girls television special. And also, it didn't directly reference Scooby-Doo.
I think it definitely had a foundation in Scooby-Doo.
It had a foundation, but it didn't directly make those nods to Scooby-Doo, which could have been annoying if made like improper in some situations.
I think the chase all over the place with the music was pretty clearly Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's been done and done and done, and also the fact of the revealing of the mystery. I mean, that's okay. That's almost any mystery. There's a reveal, pretty much.
Yeah, like I just only meant like no like hence to Scooby-Doo like blatant, like they just go and make like an extreme blatant reference, like someone saying something. Like what we were doing. That's all I'm just saying. Like I already know about like all those other points, but anyway, the fact that like while it was very by the numbers for a mystery story, yet in the end it felt a lot more valid than say the ending to Wonderbolt's Academy.
Mm-hmm.
This might have a bit of edge over certain episodes of My Little Pony. Hint, hint.
Yes. Specifically, I think if the first episode actually improved on Rarity Takes Manhattan for me, this one improved on Castlemania. Although, granted, that's kind of a low bar because I felt like Castlemania just started going in circles after the first act, but no, I mean, this was a standard but fun little, goofball mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't actually think it's better than the first one, but like I think they're pretty close, about on par. But I mean, like I'm perfectly okay with both of them.
I see.
The one odd thing I just sort of noticed I thought it might have just been at the first one. Who wrote this one again?
Noel Benavucci, aka the writer for the first ever mod episode.
And
before
the other Manhattan episode.
But the reason I asked is because like before I just thought like the first episode was just a little bit more younger focus, like younger audience focus, like kiddish, I would say. Mm-hmm. I just thought that it's GM Burrow. But like this one seemed to have a very identical tone.
Yes,
so it's just so weird. It's weird to me that like the Equestria Girls one, which are usually seen at targeting the older demographic, is actually seems to be younger focused in these shorts than the actual show.
I definitely noticed that. It's it's less clever than a few other episodes of the actual show.
I mean, it would not be top tier for the show, to be sure, but I would say that kind of depends on the episode. Like, you get a Neil DeSetto episode or Cart Before the Ponies, like, those look like they thought they were for the really young crowd.
Yeah, but
I mean, I think it's just sort of like the same things. Like part of the reason Cart stood out so much last season is, say what you want about the season, it had a universal tone. Carts was just like that one episode that felt stuck way like a bad episode from season one.
I would argue that Applejack's Day Off fits pretty squarely into that category.
I wouldn't say the first part. The second part is where, that like it gets very like
pipes all over the place and stuff.
And I actually felt that was like somewhat mature audience, like because it felt logical the way I was following the pipes. Like, okay, here's a problem, and then all that.
And the pipes go all the way down to this room, and then the towels go all the way back up to. I mean, I don't know. That kind of seemed like it was trying to be some sort of really deliberate picture book or something.
No, I don't think that part of Applejack's Day Off was really the childish moment. It was probably most definitely the third part of the episode in which it felt like completely off the books, not in continuity with the first and second part of the episode at all. Like that's the only part of the episode in which I feel like, while it might be slightly more entertaining, it's a lot more intellectually degrading than the first two parts of the episode.
I mean, granted, I'm not saying it was any, less childish to be sure, but I'm very reluctant to let the most pointless sequence I've ever seen off the hook.
I gotcha. You have the pointless, long, extended scenes off the hook for you. I'll just have my repetition is dead. People don't repeat constantly in a kid show.
All right, fine. We can tag team like that.
But I would like to continue on talking about this episode here for the second Equestria Girls TV special by saying, like, even though it felt like a little bit more for like a kid demographic, it at least when putting like the obvious elements together, the only really full-face obvious moments were shown at the very beginning of the episode. Meanwhile,
I thought the most obvious moment was like where she was locked in a closet and they're like, "Where is Rainbow Dash?" It's like a Dora the Explorer moment. It was like,
Although, I mean, maybe it's just because
home. Come along and do an adventure.
¿Tú sabes dónde está mi amigo Boots?
Well, maybe it was because I just couldn't hear it very clearly, but I was under the impression that they were doing that on purpose. Like, just like having Fluttershy miss the incredibly obvious by like arguing with the door.
Yeah. You know what part I hated? Apparently Pinkie Pie is a genius for noting footprints on the floor made out of pudding. She's not a genius, Twilight. She's just not fucking blind.
She's also a sugar addict.
Well, speaking of which, we never seen the freaking like cupcake fountain.
Really?
I wonder how that.
Like a cupcake fountain. You need to show us the damn cupcake fountain.
Exactly. That is bull. No cupcake fountain. I'm calling shenanigans on this.
Absolute shenanigans. Show us the cupcake fountain, or else we will give this episode the time of day.
We demand a cupcake fountain. What flavors? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, even if it's red velvet, which I hate.
Actually, I take that back. Don't put carrot.
I like both
I just
of
want to
those.
see what the heck it is.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
That's like my main thing is like they kept bringing it up and then it's just like nope.
It's basically Castlemania all over again with the star spiders. Kept on bringing up that.
We actually got to see the star spiders.
No. Like it was basically like we thought it was setting up a Chekhov's gun, but no payoff. No payoff at all.
Well, I don't know. I thought a little bit of the payoff.
Is that Chekhov's red herring?
Or unless you're talking about the character from A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, then yes, we're talking about that red herring.
I thought a little bit of the payoff was like how the director dealt with Juniper.
Oh, absolutely! Like just grade A writing at the conclusion of that episode.
That was proper. That was, I think, proper discipline right there. And
that's not going the "I totally forgive you" route.
And also the forgive you route, while said only a little bit, was only for the familiar bond. And I'm like, for God's sake, finally someone gets it. After so long from like somebody to watch over me, which was basically the worst offender of this. Just, oh God. Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
There, but there. No. It's all right.
The writers had no idea what to do with consequences.
Yeah, I mean, Castlemania, like, it forgot to have an actual purpose. Like, it basically gave away everything that was happening, or at least every important thing. Like, there was no mystery. There was, like, it was just like the castle has gimmicks built into it. There was no tension. Like, nobody was trying to accomplish anything that was in jeopardy. It was the story of the six chasing their tails in circles for 15 minutes. Whereas this, like, even if it is just a corny little Scooby-Doo mystery. Like, one, that's part of the point, and two, that's actually a conflict. There's a reason to keep watching this one.
Right.
And yeah, it's like perfectly lightweight fun, I think, as far as I'm concerned. Like, nothing great, don't get me wrong. I mean, I get what you're saying with the, whoever it was that was saying that with the younger demographic, but I mean, yeah, technically, I think that's still an improvement over Castlemania.
But entertain all those kiddies.
But also, Alex, to also argue you about like why it might seem weird that Equestria Girls might be aiming for a younger demographic. We're talking about teen dramas that are aimed for kids. Doesn't that remind you of a certain channel that does it on a whim constantly for decades?
It starts with D, ends with Y.
Unless you're talking about PBS, which
why?
We do not mention that sacrilege.
Wait. You have something against PBS, Jen?
It was just something that used to shut me up when I was little. Only thing it was good about was Sesame Street.
Wait. What other shows did you watch on PBS? I need to know the details.
Oh my god. Crap. Which one? Okay. See, I tried to block it out of my head, and now I'm trying to bring it back. Nope. Mental block. Nope. Mental block.
This is like pre-Bill Nye. This is like pre-Bill Nye or
I mean, it's stuff. It just seemed
PBS.
like everything was so. It seemed like the programming there was just so dated. It seemed like, okay, rewind back to like 1980 something. It just felt like everything was a decade earlier.
Oh, I forget. Around the time you would be that age for PBS.
You forgot. I'm quite older than you.
Yeah, because
thank you, Unova.
Yeah, PBS got better. Yeah, PBS got better in the 90s.
I can't touch it again. I just
no. It got extremely better. Like
Jen's gone.
Dang it!
Dang it! Too hard, Unova. You oversold it.
Dang it! I was going to say that. Oh yeah, Jen's back! Hooray, Jen! I need to tell you, in the 2000s, they actually got two very well-known voice actors for like a one kid show that was so well beyond its time for the first few seasons. Like literally, check out Cyber Chase and figure out who voiced some of the main characters, because like, do you know Iago from Aladdin?
He was in everything for kids at one point.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like what else?
Yeah, what's his name? I forget.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then Christopher Lloyd for the main villain of Cyber Chase.
Yeah, the main thing, the main later show I remember from PBS was Liberty Kids.
For me, like a show that was very in tune in when it was still.
I mean, the later ones. I was saying like the later ones I remember, like because like Cyber Chase, because there's a whole bunch of ones in the 90s, like Arthur's, like Magic School Bus and all that. Like all the classics I know. Though I was just saying like one of the later
Magic
ones.
School Bus.
Although this on that note,
every day in elementary school.
Well,
oh my God.
DC, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Arthur has gone through the Fairly Odd Parents effect recently.
Well, it's that old. How could it not? Almost. But I mean,
they changed animation styles.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ.
The Equestria Girls showed, like, to its credit, if it is at a PBS level, it's more like Arthur or something. Oh, heck, I mean, we were comparing it to Scooby-Doo. I don't think it's going for like a PBS formula in any way.
Yeah,
I hope not.
No, because
like a standard Saturday morning cartoon sort of thing.
Even though Saturday morning cartoons are now nothing but a myth right now, since there's no longer.
It's an expression and nothing more right now.
They're only folk tales told by those who remember. Back then, in my day, cartoons meant something. You actually had to get up early to watch a cartoon.
Yeah.
Back then, cartoons featured smoking.
Yeah,
which is where we learned how to do these
And
actions.
violence.
They featured
Actual
violence and smoking. They featured violence and smoking, and parents did not get upset about it.
And there was one.
Lots of cross-dressing.
And there was
lots.
also,
yeah.
and there was one anime that actually featured adopted parents.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, seriously, Digimon was basically dad for Fox Kids.
Yup. Back in those days, the Saturday morning cartoons meant something.
The days before the rumors of Y2K were a thing.
Oh yeah, the days
Alright.
before streaming
But,
services.
All right, time to get back on track. Final thoughts
Alright.
for this episode? Or
Did not
special?
find it appealing. It was meant for a younger audience, and I didn't find it too any clever. The dialogue just and the interactions just didn't work for me.
It was very generic mystery.
Kind of dry.
Yeah,
I guess.
very generic, very mystery focused, but not terrible. The only good thing about it was how the uncle reacted to Juniper. That's really the only moment that I liked, and that's really it. That's the only shining moment. I was like, yay! You didn't go full redemption and everything. You did. You still did forgive, but at the same time, you still enforced discipline in there, and that's good. That's good. The rest of it was like just. Am I watching a freaking Scooby-Doo episode again, only with the Equestria girls?
We got to find out which one is Shaggy.
I think Fluttershy.
No.
Twilight.
She wants to
Twilight.
eat constantly.
Pinky's Shaggy. Okay, Pinky is Shaggy.
You know, you have to fuse together Pinky and Fluttershy to create the perfect female Shaggy.
Fluttershy is a pothead.
Twilight is Velma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well,
And
then
Rarity
it's
is Daphne.
And then
Yes.
Who's Fred?
Yes.
Then does that mean Applejack is
Twilight is Fred.
Fred? Okay.
Wait, but then who's
No, Twilight's
Velma?
Velma.
Oh, wait. Well, okay, you got a point
Yeah,
there.
I think Applejack is Fred.
No. I think Rainbow Dash is Fred in this scenario since it's Daring Do.
Would it be Sunset is Fred?
No,
Actually,
yeah,
you
that's
got a
true.
good point there.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Okay. So Sunset is Fred. Then we have Rarity for Velma. Sorry, for Daphne. Then we have
Twilight for Velma.
Twilight for Velma. And
Yep.
then we
Pinky
have
and Shaggy.
Pinky
Pinky and Shaggy. Then we have
And Spike and Scooby-Doo.
And then that just leaves
Fluttershy
incidental as
and Applejack.
Fluttershy as that girlfriend character from the either the that reluctant werewolf movie. If anyone remembers that.
Either way, she's in the back. She's in the back of the van with Pinky and Spike doing whatever it is. They're because I can imagine Fluttershy's like, oh, like everything's all fine in the universe. Pinky's like, I am so hungry.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
hey Spike, hey Spike, pass me that pudding.
Oh God.
Like Zoinks.
Zoinks!
Pinky.
Man.
Okay, I guess I'd be like, Zoinks, Spike! It's not pudding!
man.
Zoinks, Spike! It's not pudding after all!
The horror.
Zoinks.
Oh, that's the one thing that would send it over the top, and I'd be laughing off my chair right about now. That's the one thing that can send it over the top. But this is for kiddies, so This definitely seemed like they were definitely trying to pertain to, younger girls. It definitely was kid-like, not bad, but
Okay, for me, this episode made me realize about GM Barrow's writing style that all of you guys were talking about, not only in the last episode, but the Fluttershy leans in, and I finally get it after so long.
What is it?
This episode's pacing was a marked improvement over last week's episode, and that's why I couldn't get into the episode as much until the ending for the episode. While this episode was very super obvious with its plot points and not very entertaining in bringing it, at least it kind of gives us some sort of unique characters in the form of egotistical financial press, in a sense, in the form of the Daring Do actress. And
I will say this episode. I would say actually, I think I like a lot. Let me think about. Let's see. They're about the same because I felt the character interaction was better in the last one, but this one, I do agree. Like I was trying to bring up is like, it had much better pacing, but weirder character interaction.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I thought like the pacing in the first one was kind of like, I didn't mind it. I thought it was sort of chill. I thought it was like kind of day in the life. This one was sort of like your standard even keeled mystery. Like the action doesn't rise that much. It doesn't fall that much. It's
maybe it's not really like the pacing that's really the issue with last episode. It's more of the way events seem to be combobulated all together within that 22-minute span, and so many coincidences that even I was just like,
all right, well, I mean, the running into each other at the restaurant was contrived, to be sure. That was a
that basically was like.
But I mean, other than that, I don't know if I really was like too jarred at any point. I mean, there was like stuff that got the reaction like, okay, whatever. If you really don't want to think of anything better than that, but I mean.
And also, I didn't like the moral quantity that last episode had in comparison to this episode, in which it actually kind of gave us like a moral via the punishment that Snails' dad was giving to his niece. Which, that
was a good moment. I'd like appreciate that an apology is not the end all be all total forgiveness no matter what.
They didn't, thank goodness they did not do the full redemption thing. Like, it's all right. As a matter of fact, you can play Daring Do.
And if they said that, I just would have been like, okay, this is even more BS than the entirety of the first Equestria Girls movie.
I agree. I have to shut it off at that point. Be like, that's it. We're done. We're done here. This is stupid.
I'm not giving these Equestria Girls TV specials any more chances, except for the third one, which is supposed to be good.
I wanted to watch the third one, not
any
this
of them
one.
More chances except the next one.
Except the next one.
Next one is an exception.
But all right, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, you know something's a little bit off when I'm the one saying take it a little less seriously, but I mean,
he's a changeling.
Oh, that's right. Kill him. We have to find the actual second. It's one of those chrysalis slaves. They steal all about us.
Sorry, Second. Go ahead.
I've actually done a blog where it was an evil version of an evil person disguising themselves as me, except he was not more positive. He was even worse. But long story there. But
I actually want to look into it afterwards.
Okay. I mean, no, I appreciated the like mystery tribute sort of thing. Like I thought they were doing it on purpose, and
right.
I mean, granted, that still doesn't make it like special. I mean, there were a lot of convenient touches. Like, okay, Rainbow has super speed, but no matter it is totally useless. She's always just one step behind the Crook, and it ends the same way it would have anyway. She gets locked in a closet, or she just doesn't catch her. I mean, yeah, stuff like that. It's not that special, but I mean, like I said, I thought it was a perfectly fun, spirited little, like I said, Saturday morning cartoon type of thing, and it's done well in, like, I mean, a lot of people seem to, like, embrace anything just on the merit that it stars these characters. Like, if you complain that it wasn't done well enough, then you clearly don't get that it was trying to show us this about these characters, which we can infer because we've seen past episodes that actually took the time to develop them. But no, this one I think was done like well enough so that you could appreciate some of what there is to like about everyone. So like as a fan, that I can enjoy that. I can enjoy it on that level rather. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got there.
Mhm.
Although the Daring Do set was fun. I mean, I guess the references are still amusing there, even if they're just novelty.
I mean, second, I'm not gonna be harsh with this episode, honestly. But it's just, yeah. I just found it. I think I would call this the Applejack Stay Off effect, in which I really do like a certain episode. While it does a lot of mundane stuff, a lot more than say possibly a lot more excitable and more high quality episode, but then some things rub me completely the wrong way to the point of me not liking it as much as say the mundane episode. I think that's what's going on here with me, second. So yeah, you have an actual name for this condition for me now. Just call it the AJ Stay Off condition.
Yeah.
It's the ADO condition.
Ado condition.
The ado.
Yes,
Ado.
I have ADO. Forgive me.
ADO.
Radio.
ADO Radio with your host, Unova Brony.
Nice. ADO.
Anyone else before I get my final? No.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if anyone had their the rest of the final thoughts before I give mine.
2 out of 5.
I have a question. I have a question to the group. Does anybody want to see Juniper again?
Oh, yes. That's a very devious villain. A running villain, even. Come on.
We might see her again.
I'm thinking like the way they kind of lingered on her looking back at the group.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it could. Can't help it. It could be that maybe they are planning another comeback for Juniper.
I mean,
you spoil it for me. But if she does come back, great. It's actually great. It's warranted because that glare of doom right there. That was the I know where you live and I will like kill you glare.
I will have my revenge.
Exactly. That was that was the perfect villain. This isn't the last of you haven't seen the last of me yet glare. And it didn't have and she didn't have to say those words, thank goodness. It was just all done in the eyes. Like that was a really good moment too. So but I'm wondering if anybody wants to see Juniper again.
If they can think of like new ways to build on her here, because I mean she at the moment doesn't have a lot of motivation outside of I wanted better treatment in this movie.
And I think she's definitely not that developed as a character yet. And she's like, but you got no experience. She's like, I know, but I still wanted to play Daredevil. It's like, you have no experience. You have no experience. Why would you? Why? And also,
I'll get to that. My point.
Yeah, and also you'd sabotage a production just so you could.
It's like, well,
she's a Scooby-Doo villain too. Just
yeah.
Do you realize that there could be better actors behind her that you would also have to sabotage in order and any chance for that to even possibly happen?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
if
also,
you think about it, it's stupid.
I think she's maybe even more egotistical than Lightning does. That's how bad she is.
Whoa!
I don't know if they play it that way, just like some self-entitled little twerp who.
Well, the thing is that Lightning Dots actually had some skill to back it up.
Right, she did have skill. She did have skill, even though she was acting. If she was a douche, but Juniper does too. But I'm just wondering. I have to wonder, like, why would she? To me, she just comes off as an overzealous fan of Daring Do, I should say.
All right. I guess to give my points, just sort of going off of what Jen is saying. Yeah, like overall, I would say I think this episode I feel is about tied with the last one, where this one has worse character interaction and character actions, but I feel it is better paced. It feels like overall like the story concept better. The thing that was really just completely distracting to me is how completely inaccurate its representation of filmmaking is. It's just like it's like asking a kindergarten to write like say how a movie was made. It's like that's how. It's like no, like this is like it's like oh, there's 5 people on set for like a multi-million-dollar production. It's like no, like no. It's like. And like and the way to use like the effects and like how I just have the magic staff. It was like this is not like a film set. Like so much like no is going on. It's like the Mark Wahlberg. No. Like if you know from the Tree movie with M. Night Shyamalan,
The Happening.
You know the Happening. Remember how like the famous no, like that's like my reaction throughout this, like the film production is like it's like when it has like one person on the camera, then it's like this is because essentially this is their production of Harry Potter in this universe. And think about like would any of this crud happen on the Harry Potter set?
And it would be a lot more outdoor settings that would actually be very relatable to the magical, mystical setting. Well, this is just basically like, we're talking about low-budget TV.
Yeah, like, I think, like at best, this is like 80s TV production. Like this is like 80s cable production where it's like a lower budget, but they give you crazier ideas sort of thing. But like this is like nothing like what like essentially the Harry Potter thing. It's like that's just so distracting. The one moment which I was like, okay, that is sort of like realistic was when they gave the justification for not having their phones. It's like, okay, that's actually what would happen on set. They would not let you keep your cell phone because, spoil like the internet as it is with leaks. So like, okay, there's that one moment of realism amongst all the other stuff. I feel it would have been better if they would. I mean, if they would just say it's a local, like theater production of a Dare and Do thing. So like how they have theatrical productions of like Spider-Man and Lion King sort of stuff, like a Broadway production on the local scene. I felt that would have felt more realistic and grounded instead of like, oh yeah, it's an official Dare and Do movie. It's like
that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know this is personally a personal grievance on my part, just because again I'm into film production. I know like all the stuff that goes behind the screen, and it's like I know like just local television ads would have more people on set than like this movie is just like it's just so distracting at times.
Oh yes.
It's like this.
So I was like, about like, would anybody agree with me thinking this is good for GM Barrow, but on the low side for Noel Benvenuti?
A bit on the opposite for my viewings.
On the opposite, so you like Fluttershy Leans In and the one with Pinky Nose better than
Fluttershy Leans In was fantastic.
No.
Leans In was fantastic.
No. Wait. You're talking about the GM Barrow episodes, like comparing them?
Well, yeah, like her episodes where Fluttershy Leans In and the one where Pinkie Pie knows about keeping the secret, which...
Oh, okay.
And Noel Benvenuti is Maud Pie, and the Manhattan one with Applejack and Rarity. I can never remember the name of that one, but...
was it Rarity Take?
Rarity Takes Manhattan?
No, that's the one where it's just about Rarity flipping out on her friends and everything. The one where it's a map episode with Applejack and Rarity.
Oh, that would be Made in Manhattan.
Thank you.
Yes, that's what.
I think it was the theater episode or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Made in Manhattan.
It's the theater episode and easily the best Manhattan episode in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
You there actually.
Oh, you do? So you're not gonna put like season 6, episode 3 above that episode then?
Yeah, I don't really consider that a Manhattan episode since that's kind of incidental.
Oh, I see.
So,
yeah, I just feel like it showcases a lot of the different sides of Manhattan via the Manhattan counterpart a lot more accurately with like it being focused on like say a Central Park and like the residing area around with like how people are still extremely busy even around the supposed to be relaxing park, and it's not even being used on a relaxing park.
Well, granted, I'm sure I think Central Park takes some flack for not being very clean or very comforting either.
No. You have no idea how well maintained that park is. We're talking about millions of visitors coming from all over the world. You think any part of that park would be dirty? You best be mistaken, my compadre.
Well, I'm glad to hear that wasn't the case then.
Seriously, I just recently had to go over to Central Park with a couple of friends who stayed over my house recently, and they loved it, even though they couldn't walk very far.
Right.
Cool.
All right, but I guess final thoughts before we head off.
Not the best Equestria Girls short.
Well, short, no. But,
Actually, it sort of reminded me a lot. I was saying like tone, like how it was paced. Reminded me. Actually, I was about to mention. I forgot to mention. It sort of reminded me of like the first. My overall thoughts. So this sort of reminded me of the first Equestria Girl film, where it's not bad, but sort of meh.
I don't know. I feel like the first. Well, I guess sort of. The first Equestria Girls film was almost less and more at the same time. Like it was bigger, it had more purpose to it, but it was also like a little more, I don't know, pandering. So, I guess sort of then would be my answer to that.
All right, I guess see y'all next time.
Bye.
Hopefully, you writers take note of this writer's ending for parenting.